Now that I'm done with the floor pan and the undercarriage, and start getting the frame ready. I've got these pieces of metal from the steel supply house. I'm going to put it in, try to brace this up. Saw this, I got this idea from another guy on YouTube. I think it's Pablo's Buick Garage. Got this This month I had to make 2 trips because the first one I made the measurements, it didn't come out right. But there was like $30 for a 6-foot piece, and they banned it for me. I already got this one. I already tried to fit it on there already. It's all good to go. So now I'm going to do this side. Then I will cut a piece for in there. I got these for $8 at the steel supply house. Got all of my suspension stuff. I already painted them up, and I put them in some bubble wrap. Put them on there until I'm ready. Put my blazer disc setup. I built that in yesterday. So I'm just gonna get this side ready. Then I'll put some rust encapsulated inside and start welding. Almost got this side, passenger side done. I already grind the top side, but before it looked even worse than this one. I decided to use the stick welder so I can save gas on the MIG. And I have like a pallet of these welding rods. Yeah, I already grind the top down, but before it looked worse than this one. So it wasn't, it's pretty ugly. This is what it looked before. I painted it inside with a permanent rust sealer. Before I had the, here's that. I wanted to put these on with, let me show you. This is my plan. Before I wanted to put it in like this. You wanted to weld it like that. But this I felt like it was going to be too fat up top here, and it wouldn't fit back up inside. So I cut the top down and made it flush. I just made it flush with the top of the frame. I think I like the way it came out. Plus I'm not a good welder with the stick. This was the first weld I bought to do the floor pan, but it turned out to be like a plasma cutter on that thin sheet metal. But this one is like 1/8 of an inch thick. I was able to do with this, do the stick use the stick on this without blowing through it. So I'm going to I'll cut this top off. I'll start working on this side. So I got the my package from Trick Chassis. The control arm brakes and bushing mount hole, bushing mount repair hole, washer. I'm gonna work on this. So I think I gotta do this. I'm gonna do this one and that one over there. So I put a piece of plywood up here, and I'm holding the plywood up with another piece of wood on my jacks. Then I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut a hole out with the hole saw and cut this down to fit. It's like a 1/4 inch. I would do a 3 inch, but I don't want to cut it into this. So this is the biggest I have left that I can attain that goal without cutting into there. I'm going to use the MIG welder for that one instead of using this one here. I don't like the way this metal looks. So it didn't go too good at first because I only had these 1/2 inch plywoods to put in there. So once I went through the hole, it started wobbling, and it was making like 4 different holes in one. So I had to double it up. So I couldn't get the bit inside the drill. As deep as I could have get the bit in the drill. If I could have get it in, just poking it like a 1/4 inch would have been better. So you had a hole started just wobbling too much. So the bit was moving. So I had to double them up. And then I worked out. That's what I ended up with. And we put the washer down. So I'm getting ready to put it in and pack it in. I got my marks lined up for where the center of the hole needs to be. Well, I was almost done with it. So I decided to stop and look under from underneath. The penetration I wasn't impressed with it, so I decided to grind it off. I'm going to turn the well up and do it again. The last thing I wanted for it to fall through. So I got this on 4.5. I'm going to turn it up to 6. And try everything would look just like that pretty much. But it was just on top, just sitting there like a caterpillar, looking like a caterpillar. So I'm gonna turn it up and try again. That was a lot better there. I look under and I got good penetration. This one I ran off. I don't know what happened. I was looking the wrong way because I just got lost in the woods. But this is where the washer is on this one. I think I'll grind it down. Yeah, I think I'll grind it so maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grind it down. Grind it down flush. But I got good penetration on that one. So I'm gonna leave it right there. kind of difficult to get the grinder in there without touching the top layer of metal. So I'm gonna jump over there and do that one next. Hopefully that one go a lot smoother, since now I know what mistakes to avoid. So I did a lot better on this side. It scraped the edges a little bit, but it was pretty. I used a 2x4, cut a piece of 2x4 down and put it in instead of using the plywood. It scraped the edges a little bit because it started, I don't know, I guess the whole frame was shaking. But it came out way better than this one. So I just gotta cut this one down. Put it down on my little bandsaw, the rig right over there. Put it in and just glue it on. Probably just I'm going to file the edges a little bit. This is a little rough, but it worked out pretty good. I got it all filed down, clean up. Now I'll just put it under, go from underneath and put it underneath in there, and mark it out, and cut it on the bandsaw. This is the piece of 2x4 I use up in there, so I gotta have something to center my whole saw on. This is what it looks like after I trace it out. So now I'll just cut it on the saw, tracing the line. Grind it down, tack it in, and weld it in. So once I cut it down on the bandsaw, I come over to the bench grinder and I grind it close to the lines. You get it close. Because last time I ground the line off and it was a little bit too small in there, so this time I left the line. I was able to fit tighter. So I put it in here and start tacking it in. And there I go. Got it fitting as tight as I can get it. So now I'll just grind the middle scale off. And it's to hold the center with my center lines. Take off the mill scale and stitch it in. That's the finished product. I still got to grind it down, but that's the what you get. I had a small blowout right here. That's why I went up there though. I don't know maybe if it's rusty in there or not. But this side came out a lot better than that side. Plus I turned the wire feed down and I don't have those big fat beads anymore. It's going, the wire feed was too fast, too high. Started grinding it down. Figure I'd turn the camera on. So next, I think I'll put those, once I got from trick chassis, I put that in with control arm bracing. Then I'll put this in put the gusset right there. And then the control arm bracelet goes on the back. Oh, I'll probably jump on that first. I forgot about that. I'm going to do that next. Probably use the MIG welder instead of this one. But I like how this came out. Thinking about doing this, but I think it's okay. Borderline, but so this is as far as I'm going to grind it. Had good penetration. I think I like it.